Good evening and welcome to NEWSBREAK Live. It's April 9th and here is the latest news at the top of the hour. I'm Hiba Sama. Thanks for joining us. The week-long search for a missing 84-year-old Torrance man comes to an end. Tulare County Sheriff's Office completed an autopsy this morning and have identified the body they found last night as Francisco Candelario. His body was discovered in a canal in Wakena, California, which is up north in Tulare County, 55 miles south of Fresno. Candelario, who suffered from dementia, was reported missing last Tuesday. The cause of death was determined as a freshwater drowning, and there was no evidence of significant trauma. The case is currently under investigation by the Tulare County Sheriff's Office Violent Crimes Investigations Unit. Now, if you have any information, you're encouraged to contact the Tulare County Sheriff's Office's Investigation Unit at 800-808-0488. Flags are being flown at half-staff across Los Angeles County to honor a fallen California Highway Patrol officer. Sergeant Steve Licken was killed in the line of duty on April 6th when a drunk driver crossed over the right shoulder of Interstate 15 in Lake Elsinore and crashed into Licken and a car he had pulled over for speeding. Flags have been ordered to be lowered until the end of the day of his scheduled funeral service. Across the city of Torrance, flags were lowered as a symbol of mourning. Licken was a 27-year veteran of the agency. The Torrance Police Department is taking steps to combat distracted driving. From now through April 19th, the department, along with other law enforcement agencies statewide, are spreading awareness about being more attentive while driving. Torrance Police is staffing additional officers to educate drivers and enforce California's hands-free cell phone law. Data from the California Highway Patrol shows that 66 people were killed and more than 6,500 were injured in 2017 alone from distracted driving-related crashes. Drivers are only allowed to use their phones hands-free, which means it can be mounted on a dashboard, windshield, or center console. It can only be touched once with a swipe or tap. People breaking the hands-free law can face a $162 fine for their first offense. Henderson Library in Torrance is participating in a national event where you can help find a cure for a disease. In honor of National Library Week, the Henderson Library will be a meetup site for this weekend for the third annual celebration of Citizen Science Day. Attendees will have the chance to help find a cure for Alzheimer's by playing the online Stall Catchers game over the course of an hour to analyze the real research data that would normally take scientists an entire year to accomplish. People can also play from home and sign up to be part of the Henderson Library team by going to stallcatchers.com. The goal this year is to have 100,000 people playing the game. You can also bring your own devices to play. Torrance City Council will officially proclaim it National Library Week tonight during the City Council meeting. The program is free and registration is required. If you're interested, contact the Henderson Library. It takes place this Saturday at 10:30 a.m. The Torrance Senior Center is opening in just a week. The Bartlett Senior Citizen Center will be reopening on Monday, April 15th. The center's interior was repainted and they have plans to carpet the facility in the future. Bartlett is open daily and provides a full range of programs and services. Activities include special interest classes, weekday hot lunches, exercise, and even singing groups, to name a few. The center is open Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Sunday from 12:30 to 4 p.m. For more information, you can call them at 310-320-5918. The North Torrance Little League family and the community came together to fundraise for a local student gone too soon. At the recent North Torrance Little League game, an ice cream social was hosted at the snack bar where everything from popsicles, ice cream sandwiches to root beer floats were sold to fundraise for Patrick Yarborough Guinness's family. The 10-year-old was killed in a fatal accident on March 26 when a driver attempted to avoid striking his dog on the road and collided with Patrick, who was nearby. Patrick's aunt and cousins are part of the Little League. Members say they hope the money will help the family during this tragic time.
We heard about the story, and we're all about kids here at North Torrance Little League, and we just want to do whatever we can to help.
Patrick was a fifth grader at Fern Elementary School. So far, the community has raised more than $28,000 for his family through a GoFundMe page. The family posted on the page saying they have plans to host a public memorial in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Today, the North Torrance Little League donated $646 to the family. In honor of reaching a milestone, a local business gave away some sweet treats, but only to customers who were quick enough to get their hands on it. Nothing Bundt Cake celebrated the opening of its 300th bakery in Jacksonville, Florida, by offering a buntlet cake giveaway at all of its locations today at 3 p.m., including the one right here in Torrance on Pacific Coast Highway. But the freebie deal only lasted for 300 seconds, where customers were able to get coupons for the free treat. Then from 3:05 until 7 p.m. tonight, they're able to come by, pick up their cakes. Lucky customers were able to get their hands on the confetti buntlet, which is a mini bunt cake.
Our classic vanilla cake with sprinkles, and then we have our cream cheese frosting, and it was just kind of like our little celebratory flavor cake to help everyone celebrate with us.
The company first started in Las Vegas and has been named a top 30 food franchise to buy in 2018. In Torrance, Nothing Bundt Cakes is located at 5205 Pacific Coast Highway. An art initiative that collaborates with artists in Los Angeles and around the world returns to Torrance. Torrance Art Museum hosted a reception for its new spring exhibitions featuring CO Lab 4. It presents eight artists-run spaces in Los Angeles, partnering with 8 artists-run spaces in Rotterdam, Netherlands. The series is in its 4th rotation and is part of TAM's mission to encourage dialogue and the international exchange of ideas from different cultures. Staff says these types of collaborations reflect trends that indicate the potential future directions of art and introducing the public to the next generation of artists. Also at the Torrance Art Museum, right there is another gallery called Auratic Geometries and the dark room that features the Beacon Project. To learn more and check out these exhibits, stop by the Torrance Art Museum from Tuesday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. As gas prices soar across Southern California, believe it or not, there is a day that filling up the pump will save you money. Gas Buddy, the fuel savings app that tracks real-time data from more than 150 gas stations across the country, studied which days are the best and the worst to fill up nationwide. They found that Monday mornings is the best day and time on average to fill up. Prices start to increase during the afternoon. Now on Fridays, prices increase as stations are looking to make more money off travelers as they hit the road. The busiest time is Friday around 5 p.m. Other days to avoid include Saturday and Sunday. Now let's get to the weather. Today, temperatures will continue to stay warm throughout the week, including today. There was a high of 71 degrees with an expected low of 58. Then on Wednesday, there is a high of 72 with a low of 56. And on Thursday, a high of 70 with an expected low of 58 degrees. Targets across the nation are offering a sweet deal for your child's old car seat. Target in Torrance is one of the locations participating in the car seat trade-in program. It will take place from April 22nd through May 4th. There will be a drop box where Target will accept and recycle all types of car seats, including infant seats, convertible seats, car seat bases, harness, or even boosters that are expired or damaged. Materials from the old car seats will be recycled, and guests who traded in will receive 20% off toward a new car seat, stroller, rockers, and swings to bouncers. Target had introduced the program in 2016 and since then has recycled 500,000 car seats and counting. The Torrance location is at 3433 Sepulveda Boulevard. An investigation by a national magazine is calling for the recall of a rock-and-play sleeper. Just last week, the United States Consumer Product Safety Commission and Fisher-Price issued a warning that there have been reports of deaths when infants roll over in this product. It advises consumers to stop using the product by 3 months or as soon as they exhibit rollover capabilities. But just yesterday, Consumer Reports magazine posted a story about its investigation into the popular baby product, saying there have been at least 32 baby deaths, and this includes babies younger than 3 months. deaths. However, the Government Safety Commission said in a statement it's only aware of 10 deaths since 2015. Consumer Reports is asking for not only the product to be recalled, but for all inclined sleepers to be investigated. Fisher-Price is standing by the sleeper and says that it meets all applicable safety standards. The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends for the safe sleeping, put infants on their back on a firm, flat surface in a bare crib, bassinet, or play yard. A popular car brand is recalling its SUVs. Acura is recalling more than 360,000 SUVs due to water getting into taillights and making them go dark. This includes MDX from 2014 through 2019, where a fault in the water seal can cause electrical problems. There haven't been any reports or crashes or injuries just yet. Now, owners will be notified if their car is involved in the recall. Now let's get to events. Tomorrow you can stop by the Volunteer Center for the Affinity Group's Spring Bling Jewelry and Accessory Sale. It'll take place from 5 to 7 p.m. Proceeds will benefit the Volunteer Center's Operation Teddy Bear program. Then this weekend, you can stop by the Torrance Cultural Arts Center to enjoy the 46th annual Bunkasai Japanese Cultural Festival from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Admission is free and will feature performances, exhibits, demonstration, and workshops. There will also be a variety of Japanese food booths. Proceeds will benefit the Torrance Sister City Association's Cultural Exchange program. Well, in just 2 minutes, Kayla Stefansson, who plays Mary Poppins in an upcoming musical taking place in Torrance, will join me live. We'll be back in just a few.
Queen is just my everything. Right now, I wouldn't know where my life would be without her.
They say chivalry's dead. It's not. Terrence is a gentleman. He opens doors. His smile did it. His smile, his eyes, his knowledge. My landlord, he decided that he wanted me to move based on the fact that I was transgender. It takes me to a place of no hope. It takes me to a place of loneliness. It saddens me. When you discriminate against somebody in housing, where do these people go? Let's just respect people in everyday life for just being human.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Welcome back to the second half of NewsBreak Live. Joining me is Kayla Stefansson, who will be performing as Mary Poppins in the upcoming Costco Disney's Mary Poppins musical that's going to take place right here in Torrance. Mary Poppins puts a smile on many people's faces as it's such a wonderful story. Kayla, thank you for joining me this evening.
Oh, of course. This is so fun.
And Mary Poppins, the Broadway musical, is being put on by the South Bay Conservatory. It will take place on April 19th and 20th. Tickets are on sale right now. And before we get into all the great details, tell me why the Conservatory chose this musical.
Well, this musical is very family-friendly, if you will, because it's based on Mary Poppins, the movie. So if you haven't seen the movie, definitely check it out before you come, because it's such a classic story. And it really accommodates all age ranges, whether it be for the audience and for being in it, because we have kids, as young as 7 and also people older than 60. So it's a very wide age range, and anybody can really come see it. It's just so family-friendly and so fun.
As I just mentioned, it will be taking place April 19th at 7:30 p.m., Saturday, April 20th at 2 p.m. and 7:30, right here at the James Armstrong Theater. So tell me, how long has the cast been practicing? How long have you been practicing in the main role? And how has it been bringing the show together?
Well, we've been practicing for about 2 months, like probably give or take a week, most likely. And there's 48 kids total in the cast, and we've been working really hard. We rehearse on Saturdays and on Wednesdays. We do about 6 to 8 hours of rehearsing per week. And obviously, like when you're playing a bigger character, or even kids doing bigger dance numbers, you have to do some practice at home. So the kids are definitely working on things at their houses and been working on it basically since the callbacks ended and the cast list came out. We've been working really hard on it.
And the Mary Poppins story is so whimsical, and as I mentioned, it brings a lot of smiles to many people's faces. You just mentioned to me you're 16 years old. Talk to me about getting into this role where you have to play an older person.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Talk to me about that.
So it's very difficult to play someone older than yourself, because obviously I'm not a woman yet. I will be eventually, but not yet. So obviously it's a lot of pretending, because that's really what acting is. It's all about pretending. So it's obviously adding nuances like to your voice and like trying to change things to make you appear older than you really are. And it's really fun to play someone totally different from yourself, because like obviously Mary Poppins is English, she has an accent, like, and I'm American, I don't have an accent, so everything is so very different. But it's so fun. I really enjoy doing it.
So do you have the accent as well when you're on stage?
Oh yes.
Oh, that's impressive.
It's really fun actually, because it's just like it's being somebody totally different from yourself, and it's really fun to do.
So the story of Mary Poppins is very relatable to many people. So tell me what people can expect when they come out to this wonderful musical that is just around the corner.
Yeah, so Mary Poppins is, the musical plot is almost identical to the original movie starring Julie Andrews and Dick Van Dyke. If you haven't seen it, really do check it out before you come and see it. But they did obviously have to adapt it for Broadway because it was changed. There's some numbers that were added, some dance numbers that were added, and vocal numbers that were added. And basically the basic storyline is George Banks is the father and then Mrs. Banks is the mother, and he's too focused on his work and she's too focused on having to be the doting housewife that he wants her to be. And the two kids feel kind of neglected. So Mary Poppins comes along to add a little magic and love into those kids' lives. But what a lot of people don't know is that the story is mostly based upon Mr. Banks and drawing his attention to where it really should be, lying with his family and not at work.
Wow. And speaking of magic and bringing performances to life, this wouldn't be possible without the South Bay Conservatory. So tell me a little bit about the organization, what it's all about, and how people can participate.
So the South Bay Conservatory is a nonprofit theater organization. We've been around for a long time, but only doing theater for about 20 years or so. And if you really would like to get involved with our productions, which would be really cool, and please do, I'd recommend going to our website, which is southbayconservatory.com. And you can call the number that's on the website. There's a lot of information regarding the audition process and the callback process on the website. But if you do have additional questions, I would say to call the number. I don't really remember what it is, but it is on the website. So.
And we're going to share that more information later, but southbayconservatory.com. Now, the South Bay Conservatory, does 2 full-length musicals a year, spring and fall, at the James Armstrong Theater here in Torrance, and a summer cabaret musical theater intensive. So anyone with any experience, talent can participate or audition. How does it work?
So basically, yeah, it really is anybody of any talent level, pretty much any age. Like it's very family oriented right now. We used to just do kids, but now we've welcomed the adults, especially like parents, to join us. So if you would like to be a part of our production, the process is there are auditions and then there are callbacks. So the auditions, like everyone comes, you sing a song, you can sing part of a song, sing a full song, whatever you really want to do, whatever you really feel comfortable doing. And then if you are interested and they want to call you back for one of the leading characters, they will call you back and you can read lines and sing songs from the show. And it's really like, we're all like a big family there, so it's no need to feel any bit uncomfortable or any bit nervous, because we're all there to support and love each other.
Oh, so sweet. And you have been part of the SBC for a while.
Oh, yeah.
So tell me your story, because for young viewers who might want to get into theater or be performing a big musical like you, they have a chance.
Oh yeah,
even at a young
100%.
age.
Yeah, because I was a really shy 6-year-old kid who did not like school and did not make friends because I just didn't. I wasn't my thing. And my mom's like, you need to try it, because my grandma's been involved for a long time as like a producer. She's like, you need to try it, like just try to make some friends or do something. So I was like, fine, I'll do it. When I was 6 years old, I was like, I'll audition, I'll do it. And then I got hooked. And I've been stuck there ever since, because my brain just like, I can't leave. I just love it so much. So it was kind of an accident that I ended up in theater, but I love it so much and I'm so grateful for it.
This is marking your 9th year and your 31st show.
It's been a while.
So tell me a little bit more about, the youth getting involved with the South Bay Conservatory. It seems like that was the main focus, and now everyone with different ages can become part of it.
Yeah, because we merged our 2 different performing arts companies about a couple of years ago, because we used to have a junior company where we did like junior productions and smaller shows with lots of the younger kids, and then we had the premiere company where we did it with older kids, but now we've merged them together to make one big family affair. Everyone can do it. So we have lots of younger kids, and they're doing harmonies and dancing and doing the whole thing, and they're doing so well. Like, for little kids, it's just amazing to watch such small children doing so many amazing things and standing out in front of hundreds of people and performing their hearts out. It's really fun. So all ages are welcome to come and try theater, because it's just such a fun, I'd call it a sport. It's a fun sport.
That's a good way to look at it. They, as I mentioned earlier, a lot of great performances. This is a big one coming up. Are there any other programs or performances that will be coming up this summer or in the near future?
So in the summer, we do put on a summer cabaret, which is not Cabaret the Musical, because some people have been confused. It's not that. But basically, it's like, I'd say a variety show where everybody who comes gets to sing a solo. Obviously, we have to cut it off because you can't have too many people, otherwise it'd be a really long show. But everyone gets to sing a solo. There's duets and trios and group numbers. And it's just kind of really fun. It's a 3-week intensive where they're like, for a certain amount of hours every day. It's not fully worked out exactly the hours and stuff. So it's really fun. It's a really good bonding experience. Some of my closest friends that I've made have been during the cabaret. So it's a really fun program to get to know some new people and to have a chance to sing a solo in front of a crowd. Like, it's really fun.
And of course, people can come out and watch performances if they don't want to participate as a performer. And I'm going to circle back around. The show takes place Friday, April 19th at 7:30 p.m., Saturday, April 20th at 2 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. People can buy tickets at the southbayconservatory.com, also at the James Armstrong Theater box office. They're about $22 each, and I hear there's a discount for groups.
Yes, there is a discount for groups. I don't know the exact numbers for the discount, but if you do decide to come, bring people and bring friends, and contact, if you know one of the cast members, do contact them, and they could probably get you some lower ticket prices for groups.
You've performed in so many musical shows. What makes Mary Poppins stand out, and why should people come and watch you?
Well, Mary Poppins is very different from a lot of the shows that we've done here at our company because it's so much bigger. It's really long, and it involves a lot of like technical elements like the magic bag and pulling hat stands and things out of it, which we really haven't had to deal with before. So I feel like it's just such a lovely show, and I feel like you should come see it because the cast has worked so hard on doing all of these things and making all these elements work together and making the props, and everything is just coming together, and it's really amazing to watch the whole process come together. So please do come see it if you just want a family-friendly, fun time.
And before we go, Kayla, I have to ask, and you can totally say no, but what is your favorite line, song from Mary Poppins? And if you can give us a sneak peek, if you're comfortable enough, to get more people out to watch you play this big role.
Okay, so I would say, aside from all of the classic songs that are known, like Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious and like Jolly Holiday, which everybody kind of knows if you know Mary Poppins, I'd say my favorite one is probably the one that I get to sing in the first act when I first arrive, and I sing it to the kids. It's called Practically Perfect, which is based on the original lines in the movie of her saying that she is practically perfect in every way. So would you like me to sing some of it?
Sure, give us a little glimpse right before we go.
All right, so here's the beginning of the song.
True talent right here.
By the time the wind is blown, the weather vane around, I'll show you if I can. No matter what the circumstance, for one thing I'm renowned. My character is spit, spot, spick, and span. And that's the beginning.
Wow, amazing, Kayla. true talent.
Oh, thank you
so
thank
much.
you.
Sorry, I totally put you on the spot.
Oh, it's fine.
But
I'm
for
used to
viewers
it.
who are watching, you can watch Kayla, who plays Mary Poppins, and all the other incredible performers coming up on April 19th and 20th. Thank you so much, Kayla.
Of course, it was so much fun.
Thank you. Have a good night. And as I just mentioned, you can buy the tickets at southbayconservatory.com, and all the other information is there, and you see it on your full screen. You can also contact the box office at 310-781-7171. Well, that does it for NewsBreak Live. If you ever have news or video that you'd like to share, please email us at newsbreak@torranceca.gov. Also, if you missed any portion of the show, you can catch it all on Torrance City Cable's YouTube page. And don't forget, City Council will start at 7 p.m. Have a great night.